Cushman, the legend in the plans. Please listen every day to the showcase. The opinions and knowledge that anyone can take. Showing you how it is done. Proving I am number one. What a legend becomes. This is now my time to show you that I am here. This podcast just to make it loud and clear. By the fans, for the fans. Not many whose head can understand everything pro wrestling. It can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes. Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinions, the lesson. Yes. By the fans, for the fans. Not many in this can understand. This the podcast to show you who I am. Conrad Cushman, the legend in the plans. Please listen every day to the showcase. The opinions and knowledge that anyone can take. Showing you how it is done. Proving I am number one. What a legend becomes. This is now my time to show you that I am here. This podcast just to make it loud and clear. By the fans, for the fans. Not many whose head can understand everything pro wrestling. They can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes. Everyday pro wrestling. They can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinions, the lesson. Yes.
Tonight's review episode will be dedicated to the one and only Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. I'm here with Rob, and before we get into our usual intro, Rob, any memories of Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff?
Not too many. He was a little before my time, but I do remember some of his WCW run where he was beating the crap out of Disco Inferno.
Yeah, when he showed the GIF where he was doing the dance back and forth. Good stuff.
I mean, obviously, WrestleMania 1 main event.
Yeah, Mr. Wonderful did a lot, man. Babyface, heel. I always thought he had a great physique. One of my favorite stories of all time is him beating Vader down in flip-flops.
In flip-flops and a bad towel.
And he had a bad arm.
Mm-hmm.
I actually believe I got to see him wrestle when he did that last match in WCW too at Fall Brawl, where he did the pile driver. That was kind of a scary incident. But Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, a beautiful career, a name that you will hear in so many rappers like Rap Lines, Joel Ortiz,
Action Bronson,
yeah,
West Side Gun.
Yeah, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff is the man, and I appreciate you guys for joining us tonight. Let's get ready to get into this intro, and then we will talk about AEW Dynamite Fyter Fest review for Night 1 2021. Let's get it.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes. Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans. Wait for it. For the fans. And I am your host, Conrad Cushman, joined tonight by Rob. I had to hold him hostage to make sure that he got on the show tonight, but it happened. Derek is out of town handling baseball things, so we are here holding down the show. What's going on, Rob?
Not much. What's going on, people? It feels good to be back.
It's been about a minute, but I'm glad to have everybody in here. I don't want to keep you guys too long. We got a lot of shows coming up this week. If you don't know, we are going to be doing, I'm hoping to do a preview and prediction show with BJ that's in the chat. Right now, it's going to be Thursday or Friday. I'm still kind of shaky on it. I'm leaning more towards Friday, BJ. Send me a message if you have any objections to that. But I think Friday is going to be the day. Just let me know what times you're available and we can work something out. Also, so we're going to have preview and predictions for Slammiversary Money in the Bank. We have an upload of a retro review, Money in the Bank 2011 with Casey Briggs, already recorded. Casey doing inappropriate things on it. What more could you want from this? And so there's some great discussion in there with everything else.
Speaking of, shout out to Casey. It's his birthday today, right?
I was just going to sing to him. Let me stop. Happy birthday, Casey. I hope that you enjoy it. Make sure if you guys do see Casey pop up that you show him some love in here, man. Yeah, this is something else. And we still have the Slammiversary review I'm going to try to do. I'm still going to try and hop on Insider's podcast tomorrow. I'm a guest on the podcast. It's Podomania, right? Just because I'm about to take vacation from work. So I'm just getting all the podcasts out the way. So if you guys see it, hit the notifications bell so that you guys don't miss out on when we talk about anything that's related to everything pro wrestling. We're talking everything, though. Rob, what do you got for tonight's show, man? How are you feeling going into this? I mean, from last week, we had that big debut. What do you think of Fyter Fest? Like going into it?
Going into it, I was a little excited because I wanted to see the fallout from the Cody and Malachi Black situation. Definitely looking forward to that Coffin match. Darby's a madman.
Put him in a coffin. I hear you on that. Yeah, they definitely had a lot of good things going for it tonight. Like they had a lot of intrigue for the show. Let's get into who's in the chat real quick, and then we'll start getting into the review here. We've got my man Original Biggie, OB1. There you go. I like it. Original Biggie in the house. B-Boy Skyline. Jordan has also joined us. What's good, Jordan? Chad Schrader, what's going on? I appreciate you coming on here. B-Boy Skyline is talking about Fuego del Sol.
Hashtag sign Fuego.
Hashtag sign Fuego. Tweet it. Ace, one of the best mods. What's going on, Ace? Thank you so much for being in here. Azan, hey, put him in a coffin. Appreciate you, Azan. Thanks for showing up tonight. BJ is also in the house, and once again, we got a great ending to a Wednesday for sure. Shout out to B Tazzy and the party. Tazzy has a great live show he does for NXT every week. Make sure you check him out. He does a bunch of other shows too. I can't name them all right now, but Tazzy is amazing. So make sure you guys give him a subscribe and check him out as well. Yeah, Tazzy was loving that Coffin match. We're going to get into that. Let's see here. We got a lot of back and forth with people that we've shouted out. Queen of the Indies in the house, Tiffany, just had her 100th episode. Got to give her a props for that. Jocelyn in the house, dropping a like for the show. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Jocelyn. Malik Murray, AEW is the place to be this summer. I like it. We got the soft colors up for you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Comment on the show and we'll get into some of that stuff. And she said, I did. Thank you. Yes, Anthony Gangone is an amazing independent pro wrestler. If you guys get the chance, check it out. Tiffany did a great interview with him. This is like her second or third one with him. So check out all of her interviews that she does. She will get you to know independent wrestling talent, and you'll probably end up seeing them in WWE, AEW, Ring of Honor. You'll see them somewhere soon. So excellent stuff, and I'm proud of Tiff. So thank you. Keep up the good work. And Chad also loved the Coffin match. Let's talk about this show, Rob. Let me pull up the notes here on the tablet. We're getting technologically sound on the show here now. We start off things with what was on the card, the docket, the IWGP U.S. title match. Rob, you are like the resident New Japan guy. Part of the reason how I convinced you to come on here. What did you think of this so far for the show? I mean, did you really like this matchup?
It was a good opener, and I was glad we can see Karl Anderson be the machine gun again.
Yeah, Karl Anderson was a big deal in like singles action at one point. He made it to the finals of a New Japan Cup. Mm-hmm. People don't know that. I mean, we all knew he was taking the L to Okada, but that's a big deal for him. And John Moxley getting to defend the IWGP US title, I love it anytime we get to see it.
I want that belt. That shit is so sweet.
We can make this happen one day.
I know.
Sooner rather than later, we will get to it. But this was a fun matchup. I love the fact that Moxley went into the crowd. He was hyped up. He was not bald like so many people on Twitter were saying. I don't know where that rumor started from or why.
I'll tell you, it was as soon as you sent me that picture, I was like, no, he's just pushing it back like that.
Yeah, people were just trying to like, I don't know. They were hyping it up.
I don't know. It's a new dad, though. It might be gone soon.
Yeah. Trust me, I would know. But This was an excellent matchup here. Karl Anderson comes out. In the beginning, Eddie Kingston attacked Luke Gallows with a pipe. That's right, NYC. That's how you do it. He took him out, and they brawled through the crowd. Loved it. I cannot wait for these New York City shows. I really think Eddie Kingston's going to get his homecoming, like welcoming there. That's his flowers, I think, for what he's done in pro wrestling.
Santana and Ortiz.
Yeah, the New York guys are going to be super, super over on that show, in my opinion. But this match had a really good stuff in it. Spots that I wrote down, I really like the cool clothesline spot. They both double clothesline each other, no sell, get up, and then they both hit a double clothesline and they stay down. I really like that a lot. And then Karl Anderson hits the gun stun on Moxley, and then a TKO for a near fall because Moxley was rolling out of the way.
Shout out my boy Tama Tonga.
And after John Moxley hits the paradigm shift for the 1, 2, 3, picks up the big victory. I think it's good to have him as the solid statesman right now for the IWGP US title. I don't know, Rob. What are you thinking for this? Is he still the guy for the title?
I mean, he's the biggest name that had it so far, but
I know some New Japan fans get pissy kind of that he still has it. Like he doesn't defend it. He doesn't.
I mean, there was a world-stopping so-and-so. We're not going to say what it was that put it into that, but give that belt back to Juice.
Juice, my boy. Afterwards, Lance Archer kind of gets on the microphone and he says that he wants the IWGP US title back because he was the champion before Moxley took it back. And they're going to have a rematch from the Wrestle Kingdom match, a Texas death match.
You think it's going to be as crazy as that Wrestle Kingdom one?
Yeah, I think it might be even crazier because I think they're going to get a lot of time for that.
Remember, they're on network television now. Same pay-per-view.
This is true. B-Boy Skyline, talk about Sammy's vlog versus BTE. You already know how
that's a one-sided victory for Sammy's vlog all the way.
BTE was good when they had the Dark Order. Shouldn't have got rid of him. Tazzy Darby lost his mind after the match.
We'll get to that.
Weird seeing Mox bald. He's not fully bald yet. He's getting there.
Man, bald is beautiful.
Yeah. Facts. Sonny, what's going on, Sonny? Thank you so much for joining. Coughing match was supposed to be by Halls.
Wordplay, ladies and gentlemen.
Azan says, I got a strange feeling one of the guys on this show tonight will end up on Saturday, maybe. Perhaps. Karl Anderson is one of my favorites, B. Tazzy says. I can see why. He's a great in-ring worker. He doesn't get enough credit for that.
Agreed.
I mean, not many are going to get the W over Okada. These days it's been a little different with new management around. So
he been saying the wrong things in interviews.
Yeah. New Japan offered the match tonight. Conrad and Rob, I'm glad John Moxley is back. Congratulations to him and Renee Young on their first child. Yes, congratulations to them. Tiff is yelling, woo woo. She is going to the New York City show. We will be going the week after.
Lucky, bro.
I know. I wish we were closer to it that we could go, but we're going to the Rochester show after. So hopefully we'll get a Brody Lee tribute show.
I just got a feeling that show in Queens is going to have such a dope, unique layout with that tennis court. Arthur Ashe Stadium.
I just hope they don't WWE us because we were always the secondary, Buffalo's not MSG. You're not getting a title change unless Ricky Steamboat's making us mad tonight. Setting up for the Dark Order to get those tag belts. We'll get into that because that was probably my favorite segment of the night. I think that Eddie Kingston and John are going to win the tag titles in 2022. Maybe. I thought they were going to win them this year, but
I thought so too. I think that belt's going to be sold by then.
Yeah, we'll see what's going to happen with them. Andrade cuts an interesting promo too. Tonight was the night of segments and promos. They did a really good job with these. So Andrade's being interviewed by Alex Abrahantes backstage. And during the interview, they're talking and Andrade's got the subtitles underneath. You can still understand what he's saying, but he starts asking the question of where is Death Triangle? Why do you want to know that? Where do you think they're going with this?
I have a theory. I got a feeling Death Triangle is going to be no more.
Death Square?
No.
Oh.
But I can see Rey Fenix, Pentagon, or both of them turning on Pat for a little tranquilo.
Oh.
Los Ingobernables or something like that.
Pat can cut a promo. That would be, man.
Pat and Andrade?
Money. I would love to see it.
Andrade and Phoenix if it goes the other way.
Right? B-Boy Skyline says he's going to Rampage. Nice, dude. Nice. Pittsburgh, I'm guessing, that show. Azan says he wants Death Triangle. All those matches will be fire. I just want to talk about Yuta and his bridge, Conrad.
Yeah.
We'll get to Yuta and the bridges. Yuta did great tonight, actually, I thought. FTW Championships up next. Ricky Starks versus Brian Cage. Taz is on commentary. Taz's son and Will Hobbs are out there already before anyone makes their entrances. Whose side are they on? Dun, 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 dun. Ricky does some amazing moves in this match. It started off a little bit sloppy, but we have to remember that he was out. Do you really believe he's cleared, Rob?
Oh, yeah, he has to. I hope he is, or they got some commission to answer to.
That was fast, though. Like, too fast.
Maybe he's got some superhuman healing strength. I don't know.
So they started off a little off, but then they picked it up eventually. I really, really liked Ricky doing, like, he was sliding between the ring posts and stuff when he was getting whipped around.
Yeah, Ricky's the type of guy when he's wrestling, he's got to like kind of build up.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a crescendo type deal.
He's like Christian and all those guys.
Yeah.
He's just got the style down that, let me build up to where I need to be. He's a former NWA television champion, damn it.
One problem I did have with this match, though, and it wasn't anything with the match, it was commentary. I feel like they telegraphed what happened at the end too much. Like, they kind of like gave it away what was going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, I can see this from a mile away. Like, if you asked me like 2 or 3 weeks ago what was going to happen, this is like exactly how I would have booked it. Ricky ends up getting crushed most of the match. Pump handle driver for a near fall. Ricky reverses a top rope suplex into a last ride. Power, bro. That was beast. Think of how small Ricky Starks is compared to Brian Cage.
That core strength.
He last rode him, and he was hype after that too. He's like, come on, mother. And he was feeling it. Eventually, after the last ride, Ricky goes for the FTW Championship, and Will Hobbs stops him. He's like, oh, no, there's not going to be any cheating going on with this. He takes the belt from him. Ricky gets back into the ring, and then during a transition, Will Hobbs nails Brian Cage with the title. Spear by Ricky Starks. 1, 2, 3. And absolute Ricky Starks is your new FTW champion.
Even though the title is unsanctioned.
Beep, beep, beep. So he gets the win. Yeah, titles have always been unsanctioned as far as that goes.
Good match, though.
Yeah, it was solid. It was solid. Hold on here. We're getting... Conrad, when you go to AEW show, have Jeff get in the ring with Kenny Omega, but Inner Circle locks Don and Kenny gang in the locker room, and Jeff hits Kenny with a chair, and Will Hobbs helps Jeff. I think he's referring to Jeff from the Insiders podcast. Shout out to my man Jeff, too. Let me see. Ricky Starks babyface for the night while being heel. You could say that. He took a lot of punishment. People are saying, let's go Suns in the chat. I feel you.
It was at halftime now, right?
Yeah. Low scoring game when we last looked. I think Cage is going to beat Miro for the TNT championship.
Nah.
I don't see it yet. We'll get into some Miro in a second here. Let's get to Malachi Black. They show his debut once again. Amazing debut. That's probably best debut so far in AEW.
Over John?
I guess I should say on Dynamite.
Yeah.
The Butcher and the Blade. Nobody knows who they are, and I felt bad because I'm like, only the Buffalo Cats are like, right? Yeah, we know who those guys are. Those are our boys. Can we get RSP on Dynamite laughing my ass off so he could walk away from me again during an interview? That was wrong when he did that, Tiff. I don't do podcasts.
All right, Dante Martin got him last night.
He did. So Malachi Black is shown. Cody Rhodes comes out. He's pulling the EVP card. He's like, hold this. And he gets on the headset of the commentators and he starts going off about, you hurt a 60-year-old man. How could you do it? Rob's going to say this is the first time Arn Anderson deserved it.
No, that's the first time he didn't deserve it.
Oh, he didn't deserve it.
It was an unwarranted ass whooping.
Every other time, Rob's like, he started punching him first.
He always provokes people, and you wonder why you're getting your ass whooped.
He can't stop the wrestling. He can't stop the wrestling. It was really, really good stuff, though. I like what they did here. And then so Cody is talking his mess, and he says, you know what? I'm pulling the EVP card, which then he finally says. He gets in the ring.
Get Mike.
He gets on the mic, Scott Steiner style. And he starts talking, and he's like, yeah, Malachi Black, blah, 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 blah. Malachi appears on the screen. It is similar to the WWE vignettes with the black drop in the back and then the smoke all around, and he's wearing the glasses. And I tried to write down some of what he said, and he basically just tells him, like, listen, bro, you don't want none of this. I already told you that he brought up the story about like the horse, and Arn was like the old horse that he had to take out to the
Yeller.
They love that. They love that dog. The old Yeller story, basically. And Cody says, "Why don't you get out here and stay?" And he was like, "Oh, I was counting on you saying that." Lights go out. Boom. He's in the ring, and I'm like, "Oh, it's on." They start brawling, but the refs, the agents, everybody comes out to pull them apart. Cody Rhodes versus Malachi Black is a match that I want to see. I think Cody does better in the big time feuds. He was hyped for this.
What's the after Fyter Fest? Fight for the Fallen?
Yes.
You think that's when they do this?
No.
Did they wait for a pay-per-view?
Yeah, this is going to a pay-per-view, I feel like.
That's a while though, man.
You can't blow this off just yet. I think that Cody's gonna send the minions after him. It'll be Big Shotty.
Gonna get all his boys' heads kicked off.
Yeah, and then you have Fuego beat him for the roll-up. Fuego gets signed. That's it. We're good.
Yep, I'm okay with that. He didn't get Fuego signed.
It'll work, but I do think this is leading to a big pay-per-view match. I hope they don't blow this off too fast. That's my opinion on it. Let's see. Ace says Malachi's in Cody's head. Cody is dying to turn heel one of these days. It'll happen when we least expect it. They should have had Malachi go lights out and disappear again when the refs broke it up.
They run the risk of overdoing the lights out thing, though. It does work for his character, but that's a trope you don't want to run into the ground.
Oh, you said trope. Word of the day. Ding, ding, ding. I like it. Why does everyone attack Cody when someone debuts like every time? Because Cody's a big star and he gets good matches out of people. I'm not down for the Cody hate. I'm letting you guys know now. I will not let the slander happen.
The only thing Cody's done wrong with me so far,
Ogogo.
Ogogo should have won that match.
Yeah. I wanted Penelope Ford in her match since she is the peach. Like B Tazzy always says. Peach. Yeah. B Tazzy has a thing for the peaches, we'll just say.
Get them out in Georgia?
Yeah, that's it. That'll be the only time you ever hear a Justin Bieber reference right now in this podcast. I love that song.
Little douchebag is talented.
So backstage, we get a great segment here with Tully coming in, being interviewed, wheeling in his suitcase, I guess we'll call it, and Santana and Ortiz are waiting for him by the door.
I was waiting for you at the door.
They caught him, pull his arms behind his back, and they tease that they're going to beat the shit out of this dude. And they don't. It was a fake thing, and they said we were taught to respect our elders. And I'm like, that's it?
I liked it, too, because it's like they kind of made him feel smaller than he is. Like,
yeah, because he looked like he was like,
pathetic. At that old Seymour Skinner meme looking pathetic.
Terrible. After that, Tony Schiavone's in the ring for an interview. Pretty sure he's going to get the mic slapped out of his hand or taken from him. Tony Schiavone is getting ready to interview Adam Hangman Page. Can I tell you the ovation that he got? This dude is fucking over. I have to swear to say it so that you know. He is fucking over.
All people.
Malik says, I don't hate Cody. I like Cody. Oh, I'm not saying that you do. I'm just saying some people don't like Cody. And I just can't put up with the Cody slander sometimes. They compare him to Jeff Jarrett and Triple H. And I'm like, you don't know. You don't know Jeff Jarrett, Triple H.
So as soon as you heard that music, man.
Sorry, Jeff. It was just the booking. Oh my gosh, I just had a
King of the Mountains, all I gotta say.
I had a Reign of Terror flashback. Go watch Raw from like 02 to 05 and you'll know what I'm talking about.
Worst thing about that, so you ever watch a Triple H bubblegum promo? Yeah, that's all you got. The hell up, Hunter.
20 minutes that you'll never get back. So Tony Schiavone interviews Adam Hangman Page, and he gets ready to say he is ready to challenge for the AEW title. And here come the super elite douches. Don Callis, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and the Good Brothers. Oh, and Brandon Cutler was there too. Yeah. So they all come out, and Matt Jackson says, I got something to say to his face. And they get in the ring, and he's basically the antagonizing bully. He gets in his face and said, you left us for these losers? You turned your back on your friends for them? And they get into this back and forth, and Omega's out there, and this turns into kind of them beginning to make a wager, because then the Dark Order come out when it looks like he's going to get jumped, and they're like, no, this isn't going down that way. Kenny gets on the mic, and then it turns into, we have a challenge for you guys. Page is the number one contender. We will have a 5-on-5 match. If you guys win, you guys can have a shot at the tag team titles. But you have to put something on the line against us. And that turns into, if you lose, both of you lose the number one contenderships. Hangman Page ain't no biatch, and he says, hell yeah, cowboy shit. And we have ourselves a 5-on-5 Survivor Series-esque elimination match. I like this. This has big stakes on it. Everybody seems to think, though, that like Hangman's going to win, at least from the quick stuff I saw on Twitter.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Not yet.
I don't know, man. This is going to be... Chaz says he can't wait for Kenny and the gang in the Dark Order match. I want Dark Order to win that match. I think that you could break people's hearts here. It's going to hurt.
You got to plant that seed of doubt, too.
Who's the 5, too, with Paige? Who's the 4?
You got to give me John Silver, Alex Reynolds.
Evil Uno and Grayson?
Nope. Alan Angels and Preston Vance.
What?
Yeah. The thing about it, too, because you got Evil Uno and Stu Grayson, they're ranked in the tag team division, right?
Uh-huh.
If they're going to lose this match, you don't want to have them. I feel like it'd be easier for like Alan Angels or Alex Reynolds to take a pin.
Yeah. Oh, look at who joined us. Jesus De Leon. What's going on?
What's going on, sir?
Tokyo said the elite go away. I'm so effing ready. Let's go. Cowboy shit, BJ
I was hoping for a JR Cowboy shiznit.
JR can't risk it, man. Said the wrong thing. Oh, shit. I said the wrong thing. Did I use the last one of the night? Yep. But this was fun, man. I'm looking forward to this. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. I think Slammiversary will tell us a lot on Saturday for what's going to start happening with this. Chris Jericho does a backstage interview here with talking about MJF's 5 laborers and all that stuff.
Let me stop you right there. He has 5 laborers to go through. He should feel lucky because if they're actually doing the Hercules thing, he had to go through 12. And a lot of those involve murder, kidnapping, hunting, and he had to clean a stable that hadn't been cleaned in 30 years from 1,000 cows. He had to do it in one day. Consider yourself lucky, Jericho. You only got to go through 5.
I think he still has it pretty rough because he will be first taking on Shawn Spears in a chair match where Shawn Spears is the only one who can use a chair.
Easy win for Jericho.
Damn. MJF sounded pretty arrogant about this, and they attacked Jericho with the chair in his bad elbow. Dirty heels. How could you
throat first too?
Yeah, that was a good pop in the throat. That elbow one was weak as shit. I was like, Kenny Omega, you better watch Don's back because Hangman Page is gonna take out Don. They could definitely do some fun segments with Don getting like captured by him, Scott Hall and Stone Cold-esque. I would do it. Next up, we have the match that's been 23 years in the making. Matt Hardy, version 1. No, Matt Hardy versus Christian Cage. The 23-year rivalry has been going on for a long time. I remember that ladder match from No Mercy, man. These guys had
pay-per-view of the game.
Both. Diggity dog. This is really fun stuff, man. Christian starts with a bit of a fire, and Matt Hardy hits a rope drape DDT on the stairs, which I thought was a great spot, like similar to Randy Orton, but instead you're by the post. DDTs him right on the steps, and that's where Matt finally changed the tide of the match in the beginning. Eventually, Matt is on the backup. He's on the trail. He has to grab the referee and low blow Christian because he's a bad man as well. And he hits the twist of fate, but Christian kicks out. Matt Hardy then locks in his butterfly move. I can't remember the name of it. I think there's a specific name. If someone in the chat knows, you're the man. Or woman. Or the best. And he locks in this butterfly lock, I'm just going to call it, to get Christian counted out. Christian is out there till about 8 or 9, makes it in last second. Matt goes for a move, reversed, kill switch. Christian gets the victory. Wow, where are they going with Christian at this point? I thought he was getting the title shot at All Out. He's still undefeated.
He's still going to get one.
Just when?
Yeah.
Let's see.
He looked kind of blown up at the end of this match too, though.
What do you think is going match for Jericho and MJF? I don't know what stipulation you put on it. They're doing this in like reverse, in my opinion.
Loser leaves AEW. And then we get a Fozzy tour.
Conrad and Rob, could we get someone else added to the AEW sooner than later? We'll see. I don't think we're going to get anybody added to one of these bigger shows. You don't want to blow the load and have too many people debut. The Hardy family office is the strangest group I've seen. I think they're going to be short-lived, Azan. I promise you. But
I miss the Butcher.
Me too. Or, yeah, the Butcher and the fucking Blade. Christian hits the kill switch. He gets the win. Afterwards, HFO comes out to try to jump him, but Jurassic Express makes the save. I kind of wish they would have hit Jungle Boy's music after. I think they missed the opportunity there to do that. But they look like the good guys. They make the save. We got some Dino shit. We got a bunch of good stuff going on here. I'm a fan.
Shit. What does this stink?
Next, we get Miro cutting a promo.
This is a great promo.
He's God's champion, apparently.
Line of this promo too, where you say, you have a title, you have a problem.
Yo, Miro's a beast.
I'm coming for that ass.
And you noticed at first, he changed the TNT championship.
White strap, it looks like. I don't know if it's still silver or gold. And it has the green lettering on it.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like the Bulgarian flag.
I like it, man. Miro is making this his own. I love it. I think this is a good move.
Yeah.
Miro's been a pretty good champion so far. I want to see him do a little more. He's been quiet lately.
I'm so glad they broke him away from that whole...
I told you they were going to do that, though. Everybody was like worried. I'm like, bro, they're going to start you off slow. I think they're doing the same with Andrade. They're like, nah, bro, you're going to ease into this because I don't want to hear, oh, there they go, pushing another. Now, Malachi Black, different story. That dude could be like top tier for you immediately. But let's get into Tony Schiavone interviews Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Do I have to do that every time now? Jeez.
Why not? The one time he doesn't get the microphone snatched away from him.
That's because that's his friend.
And Britt has class.
She is wearing the Scott Hall drip. Yeah, she cuts a great promo, I thought. And I felt babyface vibes from Britt Baker.
I mean, I get it. You're going to want to cheer her against anything involving Vicky Guerrero, in my opinion at least. But I don't think she should be a babyface right now. She still has that, pardon my language, she has that bitchy attitude. Like, you should hate her, but in this situation, she's right.
Yeah, Britt Baker's got a lot of she's got a lot of promise. So I think the fans are gonna start cheering her. Nyla Rose and Vicky Guerrero were backstage, and that line about Vicky's last name, great.
Keeping her relevant through all of wrestling history.
Yeah. And Vicky then she's yelled something about shoving a jalapeno up someone's ass, I think. I don't know what she said before that.
Why did it have to be a jalapeno, man?
I don't know. And then Nyla Rose promised to take care of her as well. It's going to be interesting next week. I think this is a big test for Britt to see how she holds up in this. So I'm looking forward to that match. Backstage, we got Moxley pacing around, cutting a promo. We've missed these badly. While Moxley is backstage, he's getting ready to cut his promo, and he talks about how complimentary he is of Lance Archer in their match, and he knows he's going to bring it. He said, you don't beat Lance Archer, you survive Lance Archer. Do you think they need to do more with him? I feel like he's like lost a little bit in AEW. Like they don't know what they want.
It's almost like a seesaw. He's up and he's down. It did feel good for him to do a promo tonight and not have Jake Roberts. No disrespect to Jake, but
Jake's been quiet, I think, lately, though, for his promos.
Archer's got to be able to do something on his own sometimes.
Yeah. Jesus asks, who is Miro feuding with next? I'll let you take that one, Rob. I don't have a person in mind at the moment. I can't think of anybody. I would like to see Christian or someone, but
I can see a short feud with somebody like damn, who would I say? I don't know. That's a good one.
Yeah, they're gonna have to find someone who is ready. Maybe Matt Sydal. Maybe you can put him in there. Get him a couple dubs. Queen of the Indies, some of the best promos coming from her lately. I agree, Tiff. Britt Baker's been doing the damn thing. I'm a huge Britt Baker fan. She is a peach. Thank God I'm from Pittsburgh. She has a dental place out there somewhere. Agree, Rob. She said she doesn't want to be a babyface. Good. Because AEW makes their heels cool. Not always.
Big Daddy cool?
Thought Malachi Black showed up. Power went out. BJ said, don't mess around with that. let's get into the match that Tiff wants to talk about here. Wheeler Yuta with Orange Cassidy and Chuck Taylor versus the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara. Wheeler Yuta is apparently an understudy?
The best friend's protege.
Okay. So he's a friend, but he's not a best friend yet. But I feel like he could be taking the spot of Trent for a little bit.
Trent's going to be out for about a year, right?
Yeah, this will be like his chance to prove himself. Trent may come back and turn heel on him. The hell you doing, my friend?
Yeah, he posted something on Twitter earlier, his x-rays with the screws in his neck, right at the front of his throat. Quick recovery, man.
Yeah, I hope so, because neck injuries are nothing to play with. Blade and Bunny are shown in the crowd. They're still doing a feud right now with Orange Cassidy. Yeah, I feel like the Best Friends and Death Triangle have had the worst luck with like injuries and trying to get a feud going with each other. It's just been all downhill lately as far as like setting up matches and stuff. But they're still doing solid things. This was a good back and forth match, but it was really meant to showcase Sammy here. And Sammy ends up getting the win with the GTH. You said he had a cool springboard in?
The whole transition from the end. He was jumped up at the top ropes, jumped onto the top turnbuckle, transitioned to the top rope and hit a spring back cutter, hit the GTH, go to hell.
Inside joke with The Rock. Yes, go to hell. Yeah, I love it. Sammy gets the win. Sammy's got a lot of momentum behind him too. This is the issue they're going to have. You got momentum. You got to keep it going for some people, and then you got to cut it off. Maybe Sammy could be the guy.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
But not yet, though. Sammy did show a little respect to Yuta at the end. I don't like a babyface Sammy, though.
Yeah,
I'm going to check because that's my guy, but he plays a heel so much better to me.
Right.
Another person I thought about from Miro, though, going back to that question, you brought up Sammy, Jungle Boy.
Yeah, but he's going to take the L.
Yeah.
That's going to be rough, man.
I'll say, but when he actually gets, because I feel like he's going to have a bunch of short feuds and then he'll finally get like maybe a Christian, maybe like a junk. I don't know.
Yeah, Malachi Black to take on Miro Chad. I don't see it yet. I wouldn't do that.
Not heel versus heel yet.
Nice to see Wheeler around since Trent is out. I agree. Conrad and Rob, if Sammy G lost this match, I would ask Sammy G. I would want my money back. Great show tonight. Thank you, Sonny. I appreciate that. Tiff said bridge. Tiff is a big fan of the bridges where you got to do like the toes on the ground.
The bridge.
You can't just do that without all of the greatness. That's right. We're getting risky on this podcast.
Oh boy.
Enjoy the sounds, guys. Enjoy the sounds. Tiff says sign Yuta. And I love Yuta as a heel. I think he's gonna be a babyface for now, right? It makes sense. He's gonna team with. I think he's gonna team with Chuck Taylor for a little bit. If you're not doing the toes on the bridge, you're not doing it right. Yeah, it's got to be perfect. Backstage, we go to this douchebag rocking the Soprano shirt, QT Marshall, and the factory dump a protein shake on Tony's head because they're still here and they're douches. I can see them feuding maybe with Yuta and Chuck in the future. Any care for them?
No.
Moving on. So we have Penelope Ford versus Yuka Sakazaki.
I do like Camarado.
Yeah, he's sweet. But I don't know. That group's like 50-50 with me. I miss a go-go too.
50% good, 50% who gives a damn.
Yeah. Penelope Ford and Yuka Sakazaki, really good match. I miss Yuka. Like, she's one of my favorites in the division, truthfully, that just doesn't get enough love. Shout out to Obi-Wan for just yelling Queensbridge. QB's finest. Yeah.
Brave hearts.
Quick to back down. So Penelope Ford hits a pump kick on Yuka Sakazaki for a near fall. Yuka ends up hitting a spinning slam. Yo, that was a beast-ass slam. Like, I don't know how she did that, where she spun her around and then slammed her down. Wasn't the greatest match, but it still got the job done. I was glad that we got to see the magical girl splash for the victory for Yuka.
I did like the deadlift suplex she ended up hitting. I don't know if she did it intentionally or if she was trying to recover, but it looked nice.
Yeah. Yuka's doing the thing, man. Yeah. I hope she gets a title shot eventually against Britt.
But what if Britt's not the champion after next week?
Or against Nyla. It'll be a good match either way.
One problem I did have with this match, though, Yuka being a Joshi, you know they like to lay their shit in. I feel like she was like pulling her punches a little bit, and you could tell.
Why? I wonder why it's been like that lately.
I don't know, but overall, decent match.
BJ just said Alicia Fox had a great bridge.
She did.
Tiff, you just need to come on and we'll just have a show about bridges. Our favorite bridges, the London Bridge, whatever. Great bridges in wrestling. Yuka is back, baby. Penelope before did her best to try to win this match. Yeah, it just wasn't enough, man. She needs Kip. She needs Kip by her side. Next week, let's talk about the matchups that we do have going down. So next week, we're going to have Dr. Britt Baker versus Nyla Rose, Chris Jericho versus Shawn Spears. Oh, Britt Baker, Nyla Rose for the AEW Women's Championship. Chris Jericho versus Shawn Spears in a match where Shawn Spears can use a chair and not get DQ'd, and Jericho has to wrestle regular.
Labor number 1.
Orange Cassidy will be taking on The Blade, and we will also have a Texas death match for the IWGP US title. Moxley pulling another title defense off back-to-back.
What did Moxley say? Texas born, Texas bred. After next week, you're going to be Texas dead.
Shout out to Cactus Jack. I don't know why I wanted to say that, but this is going to be a great match. You actually scared me a little when you said that. Let's see here. Tiff said I'm with it. She's ready to talk about these damn bridges. I still want the Rio push on to Yuka explained from the first fight for the Fallen. Yeah, a lot of plans got changed because of all the stuff that happened.
It never happened.
I got a question. If you had to book Cody as a heel in 2022, how would you do it? I would just have him go against everybody who's the top tier baby faces, slowly but surely.
Xenophobic Kobe. That's a Cody.
Come on. We're moving forward because now we got him acting silly. The main event for this show, Fyter Fest Night 1, it was off to a good start. I think a lot of people got to enjoy this card and everything that was about it. We had a new FTW champion, and then we get to the main event match, the Coffin match. Coffin match, Ethan Page versus Darby Allin. I was curious as to how they were going to do this. Were they going to be able to pull off a great one? Rob, in the beginning of the match, Darby Allin comes out, and he has a metal backing on during the entrances, and they get right to the work as they usually do with Darby, and he's running into him with a metal backing on, and Ethan Page is selling. Everybody's like, what is going on with him? And when he removes it, you can see it's like the Goldberg Bret Hart. The what do you want to call it? Like the armor he was wearing, kind of?
Yeah, let's call it chest protector he wore backwards.
Yeah, basically.
D'Lo Brown.
Darby was fucking him up with it, is all I'm going to say. Upon going out to open the casket, Scorpio Sky jumps out with a rose in his mouth. Scumbag. Like, come on.
Reach for the sky.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. Men of the Year, I love that theme. That's working its way into my top 5 AEW themes. I'm telling you, my boy Ruckus is out here killing it. So he jumps out of the casket. Who has to come out?
It's that
Sting makes his way out as he has to save his son Darby, and he starts putting a beat down on Scorpio Sky. And I love that Sting missed the Stinger splash at one point. Sky's got the advantage. He's taunting in front of the audience, and the arenas are usually in like hockey arenas and stuff. So I don't know if they were in Dallas, maybe. I don't know whose hockey team arena it was in. Jesus or someone let me know. Maybe. But when they they stole that Stanley Cup from the Sabres.
That no-go bullshit.
He pulled Scorpio Sky's leg. He does the crotch right onto the rink. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know that had to hurt.
Yeah, that looked bad, bro. I don't know if he protected himself or whatever, but geez Louise. Oh my goodness. Everybody is throwing in stuff in here. I'm gonna try and read it real quick. It never happened. That's the WWE thinking, not the AEW thinking. Ethan Page and Darby Allin delivered, then some. The Coffin was almost an afterthought. Yeah. That is true. Tokyo says Ethan Page does nothing for me. He's very bland. I don't agree with that. I enjoy Ethan Page.
I feel like he's doing the best work of his career so far. Actually, character work.
Well, I did like him in the tag team on Impact with Josh Alexander. I thought the North was great. Just like SmackDown, it didn't happen. He was the emo Ninja Turtle with that protector. Ethan Page and Darby is like Rick and Dusty, Orton and Cena, HBK and Brett. Woo!
That's some high praise, huh?
I mean, if you follow the indie stuff, I can see why you would say that.
Karate Man.
All I thought was Karate Kid. Miyagi's karate ain't shit, Daniel. I own you. They should have a Schoolboy Man of the Year.
I said that weeks ago, but this new theme is growing right on me.
It was Austin. Everybody in the chat is going loco. Let's get back to this. Page was getting booed big time.
As he
tonight.
should have been.
Yeah, he's the heel. He's a heel. Jesus, were you at the show? Let me know, Jesus, in the chat as we go through this. Rob, you did the notes. I'm gonna just pass this on over to you at that point.
Where do we even leave off?
Page dominates.
Mm-hmm. All right, as he was getting crushed, Page somehow took over and he was just beating the crap out of Darby out, throwing him in the barricade, throwing him into the rails where the fans come down the stairs.
Trying out for Jackass, the next movie.
What's it called now? They had an official title, Jackass Forever.
I think so. It's the last one I think they're doing.
A bunch of 45-year-olds about to kill each other, man.
Love
It's
it.
almost sad, but I need to see it.
Welcome to America, baby.
They get back into the ring, and Page somehow he takes the turnbuckle apart. I don't know if the ref loosened it up while they were outside because it came off kind of easy. And he had the turnbuckle hook, and he hooked it on the back of Darby's chain and just yanked him down like a whiplash almost type deal.
Respect.
Somehow Darby recovered from that. He got the hook back on him and he fish hooked Ethan Page right in his mouth. He's just like, That's not very sanitary. I don't know about all that. We're just getting out of a pandemic, sir.
It's over now. They're in Texas.
Yeah.
Jesus said he'll be there next week, not tonight. Okay.
They get back out of the ring. They both end up in the coffin and they're throwing punches back and forth. Somehow Page gets busted open. And it's not like a gusher, but you can tell where it's coming down.
He probably just got cut on the head with that when they take apart the ring and stuff. That stuff's sharp.
They get back in the ring on the top rope. Darby's going to go for a coffin drop onto the stairs. Page gets up and he sets up for the Eagle's Edge. Hits him with the Eagle's Edge onto the stairs.
Darby
that got
Allin,
holy shit. This is awesome chance from the whole crowd.
Darby Allin is effing crazy. Like, I don't know how to tell you guys this. Like, bro, why would you do that?
What's he got tattooed on the back of his head?
Relentless.
Man.
He believes it.
Oof. Yeah, I ain't taking that bump.
And yes, BJ said it is Jackass Forever, the name of it.
Page goes to get Darby off of the steps. I don't know if he's going to try to lay him out again, but Darby starts clawing at his eyes, and he gets in there deep. Almost like, I don't know if you guys watched Invincible.
Chill.
He was in there. He gets into he's like in between the ropes, like kind of hanging out there. Darby rolls out and grabs a skateboard, goes to the top rope and hits an ollie onto his back, gets him into the coffin. He goes back out, closes the coffin. He gets the win. I was gonna say the 1, 2, 3. Darby ends up winning, but it's not over yet because Tony Schiavone with the line of the night to me. He goes back up there. Darby goes to the top rope. While he's still in the coffin, he does a coffin drop onto the coffin for the final nail in the coffin. And that shit exploded. That was a bump. That looked great.
That was a great pun. I like it. The final nail in the coffin. They get the win.
This has got to be it, right?
Yeah. I think the feud's done at this point because you don't need Sky and Page to lose anymore. They're not. I don't think they're there for that. But you listen, like I said, this was like you guys are gonna get to feud with Sting, and they're probably like, "This is cool as shit." Yeah, I'm down. I love it. I was happy with what we got tonight. I just put the coffins in the chat for Darby getting the W. How many coffins would you guys say this show was out of? What do you think? 5?
I give it 4.5 out of 5. I thought this was a really good show.
I will agree, man. This is a thumbs up. I'm gonna say 4 out of 5 as well for the coffins. I thought they did a really, really good job tonight. They built this show up. They did many, many good things. And yeah, I'm just happy overall with what they did. I have no complaints. None at all. Ethan Page shall be reborn to face someone else. Lord.
Karate Man's Revenge.
Peace. Jesus says, I agree with Rob. So he must say 4 out of 5, too, for the show tonight. Listen. really good stuff, man. AEW delivered tonight. Like, I don't know how long we can expect these good shows to continue, but I'm here for it. I'm with it.
I feel like we're in like a second honeymoon period right now because they just got like the full live crowds back, so it's gonna feel even more special as you're watching.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you now, I'm about to be in the honeymoon period with Impact and WWE as well. Ring of Honor had me. I was feeling that show too.
Ring of Honor was dope.
Yeah, I was missing it.
You know, I want Bandito to lose that belt already. I'm gonna go out there flossing after you just got beat down.
Gotta do something.
You don't have to do that.
4 out of 5 for the Coffins and the Suns game is crazy. We are going to get to that because we're not going to keep you guys too long. I've been trying to keep these under an hour lately. You think we get Cody and Tommy End on Dynamite or pay-per-view?
He said pay-per-view. I thought they were going to do it at that Fight for the Fallen thing, but
unless they have a gimmick match at the pay-per-view. I think if you're going to tease it, you have to do it where it's like a tease.
I don't think this isn't going to be a one-match feud either.
Yeah. Yeah, this can continue on. So maybe that's the way they'll do it. I believe there are like normally 8 people in Jackass movies, so I'm going to give it 1 Coffin for each of them.
All right.
Okay, respect, BJ. Like I said, the next thing you'll see on the channel from us, guys, is me and BJ doing that preview for Money in the Bank and Slammiversary. BJ, get your predictions in. Get ready. We'll go through the matches and just talk about them. I'm happy to see fans back in WWE. We've got some great shows coming up this weekend. Lots of great wrestling to watch. I don't think we should be hearing any bitching at this point. We're going to, but we got to make that shirt you said too, I think. We'll save it for another time until we actually make it. But this has been amazing. I enjoyed AEW tonight. We got good stuff coming up. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Hit the notifications bell. And you know what? Tell a friend. We're trying to expand. We're at 1.43K subscribers on YouTube. Let's expand it. Tell them to come follow me on Twitch if you guys haven't done that already. EPW Show. Follow me on Twitter, wherever else we may be. Rob, where can they find you?
Twitter, RA_71689, I believe. I don't even know.
You'll find them. I tag them in a lot of stuff.
I'm in the EPW group. I think I'm tagged in tonight's video, though.
Yeah.
Find me on there.
Find them in there.
I don't really do social media too much.
Damn right. But Rob is the head of the table for EPW, holding it down, the tribal chief. This is the end. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. This will go out on all of the feeds. We are out.
Are you looking for the newest and hottest in the world of pro wrestling? Then check out the amazing action on Powerslam.tv, the biggest indie pro wrestling channel in the world. Get over 6,000 hours of the best events from over 150 of your favorite promotions from 20 different countries around the globe. Brands like Progress Wrestling, Evolve Wrestling, Combat Zone, Defy, PCW Ultra, PWX, Over the Top, Shine, and hundreds of others with fresh content added every day for only $5.99 per month. Get your free trial today at Powerslam.tv.